My bucket list of things I wanted to have happen in the universe, having Deepak Chopra explain God, love, aliens, telepathy, and psychic ability, that we just covered it.
I mean, I think we're his favorite podcast.
I don't know about that.
That's what I heard from this episode.
When I first started exploring, Deepak Chopra.ai, I was a little bit confused. I didn't really kind of understand. And we talked a little bit in our first episode, but when I talked to him today and when we got to sort of connect with him this way, a lot more things kind of lined up in terms of how to use the capabilities to get at those deeper questions. That AI is something that we interact with. It's not this sort of, monolithic thing that is shaping our reality. It is part of the reality that we are shaping as partners with it.
Yes, absolutely. I mean, I'm still like a little bit struck by him.
How many versions of me there are in the universe?
How many were there? I need to re-listen to this. I mean, I'm fascinated by that. I'm fascinated by him being the OG of telepathy. And he describes an experiment that is pretty profound.
Well, I mean, for the same reasons that it's okay to have skepticism about, single reports, for sure. But the way that he explains it, that the connection that someone needs to have with another person to, quote, read their mind, is not dissimilar from what healers describe, from what intense meditators describe. When you can get quiet, you can tap into other forms of your own consciousness. And we didn't get to ask him about the collective consciousness, but he effectively confirmed that there is a collective consciousness if you are then able to tap into that. And love's the answer. Like, that's the take-home message. Love is the answer. Love is the way that people can communicate in ways that are beyond the material world.
I mean, yes, there's so much here that it feels almost hard to start to even like talk about it, because, what I was thinking while he's saying is this is the philosophical explanation of extrasensory ability, developing your intuition, or learning, when he talked about how yogis will say, oh yes, of course remote viewing exists, or you can predict the future, but those are only examples to show that consciousness exists in a non-material plane.
Right. I'm thinking about Jill Bolte Taylor, and when her left hemisphere went offline as she was having a stroke, what she started seeing was essentially pixelation. She started seeing energetic movement. Like, that is all that's happening, is kind of the way to frame it. So it doesn't matter if Aristotle tries to describe it, or Jesus tries to describe it, or yogis try and describe it, or someone on mushrooms tries to describe it. Philosophy, quantum mechanics, the spiritual experience, it's all the same.
And if you're taking one step towards that,
drugs.
No. If you're taking one step towards that, it's opening your mind to the idea that it's possible. When he says that we don't see what we don't believe, the first step to changing your life radically and experiencing a limitless experience, or the ability to manifest or create the life you want, is to really start to imagine the possibility that it can happen.
And I'm going to give the super practical take-home message. That means you have to learn how to breathe and start paying attention to your body. That's it. Like, that's how you get there. And for you
start to get away from reactivity. You start to break the pattern.
Meaning,
you start to bring...
no matter what you would like to have happen, no matter if you would like to heal your body, no matter if you would like to make more money, no matter if you would like to understand your partner better, no matter if you would like to, understand your gender identity, whatever it is, there is one starting point. And it doesn't matter if that's going to take you off into moving to Canada and backpacking around the world, or if it's going to take you away from the relationship you thought was working, or if it's going to catapult you into a whole different way of looking at your hormone issues. Whatever it is, the starting place for any of this, you cannot get there from here. The starting place is to say, why do people keep telling me to slow down, to meditate, to listen to my breath? What the heck is that? There is not one size fits all. But yes, the fact that, like, what he's talking about is, can you slow down enough to feel what it feels like when you're enjoying a conversation and not just say, here's the reason I liked it. I'm going to take a picture and put it on Instagram, right? It's fine to do those things, but that's the level that our brains can start to apply change, is from understanding that quietness. What does it mean to learn your breath? And it's a process. It doesn't happen the first time. Can you get to the level of touching other aspects of consciousness through meditation? Sure, but that may not be the goal. The goal may be, what does it feel like to get quiet and to start being open? And that's the creativity, and that's where intuition comes from.
That was a great explanation.
From our breakdown to the one we hope you never have on all the multiverse possibility planets.